Today in this video, I'm going to teach you how to make cute earring studs using nail stamping technique. What's going on, my fellow jewelers? So my last jewelry making video, I did a nail it or fail it, where I was trying to use a technique of nail stamping, where you put these beautiful designs using these guys on your nails. Look at the lights really shining. I love it. And I saw all these videos. I was like, this can totally translate into jewelry. So I tried it out for the first time in front of you, never having done it before. But now, since that video, I have been working and practicing and trying different ways and seeing what works. And I have fallen in love with it. So I wanted to teach you step by step how to do this technique. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But let's dive right in right now. So the thing that I use for these studs are these bezels. They're really thin, like really thin. They're not deep at all. And so you have to be careful not to overfill it. And I got a kit that has different sizes. This is actually, there's a size bigger than this, but I thought for studs, I didn't want to go any bigger. So this to me is the biggest that I feel comfortable doing. And then I have a smaller one and then the very smallest. So we're going to do a couple techniques with these stamping gel. Now, these things that I'm using today, you can check in the description below. I will put out links. I will put where you can get them or the names of them so that if you want to do the same technique too, you can. Let's first put our resin tape. So we're going to stick these bezels onto our tape and I'm just going to cut it like so. I am going to, before I put them on, I'm going to fold it over so I have a place to put my finger. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. I am going to place my bezels on. I'm going to do a couple rounds with my finger to make sure that this is securely on the tape. Now, I have found I don't want to place them too close. I was, for the first time, putting them like right next to each other. But when you go to stamp it, you can actually stamp the other one, not meaning to. So I am going to give it a bit of space like so, like that. And then I'm going to put these on as well. So now let's get on our gloves. I don't wear a respirator for my videos, but I do wear a respirator when I'm not doing videos. You need to protect yourself, whether you're doing gloves, whether you're wearing clothes you don't mind getting dirty, all those things, because this is chemicals and it will hurt you. It will either hurt your body, your lungs, whatever. So make sure that you're gearing up and being safe about this. So I am going to mix UV resin with acrylic white paint. I don't want to paint it too much. If I paint it too much, then the light can't penetrate through and it's not good. So make sure you're not coloring your UV resin too much if you're just doing like one layer with the coloring. We don't need much. It honestly doesn't take much. It doesn't take very much. I just need to be able to fill all 6 of those, but they're so small and they're so not deep. They're so that we don't need a lot of resin. Okay, that was a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. So I'm going to mix it together. And when it is completely mixed, then we will pour it into our bezels. So now I'm going to put it in my bezels. Do not overfill. Overfilling is bad. You'll have to scrape some out. So put some in the middle and then you can push it to the outside, but do not overfill it. So now I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to spread it so that it is completely covered and making sure I didn't overfill it and then getting rid of bubbles as well. So let's do that. So we're just going to gently move the resin around so that it covers all the way around so you can't see any of the bottom. That looks good. That looks really good. So I'm going to do that for the rest of them and then we will pop the bubbles. So this resin, you want it flush to the bezel. You want it exactly level so that when you stamp it, there's no indents, there's no like bubble and stuff. So now we're going to use a lighter to pop the bubble. Ooh, just as I like had it, the flame came out, just was pop, 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 pop. So we just want to pop all the bubbles. So it looks really nice. It looks like a really flat, clean layer. And then we will go to curing it. So I'm going to take my lamp and I am going to cure. I'm going to cure the top, and I'm going to flip it over and cure the bottom. One time I just like, oh, it's fine. It's so thin. Like it has to cure the bottom. Nope, it did not. And I already stamped it to all my things, and it was still sticky on the bottom of these studs. And so you need to make sure that you cure not only the top, but that you flip it over and cure the bottom as well. Okay, these are cured and they're ready to go. Okay, so I have my scraper. I'm gonna need my scraper, and I am gonna do the smallest ones first. I am gonna use this plate today. I've never used this plate. This is brand new to me, but I'm gonna use the lips, and we're just gonna use a red. So let me show you how to do it. So I want this one, and I'm going to take my red and I'm just going to put it along here, giving there enough color. This is stamping gel, and it actually needs UV rays in order to harden, in order to dry, which I love because I feel like it's such a compliment to UV resin jewelry that it makes it easy to translate. So I'm gonna use my scraper. I actually lost my favorite scraper. I don't know where I put it, but we're going to use this. And then after we scrape it, we're going to use this stamp. Now this stamp is clear. In my other video, my nail it or fail it video, I used a really like cloudy one, and you couldn't see what you're doing. If you're gonna do jewelry, you need to get a clear one. I mean, these clears are amazing because I see what I'm doing. I can see where I'm putting it onto my jewelry piece, and it works so much better. So make sure you get a clear stamp. So I am going to scrape it. You don't need to scrape it a lot. You need to do a 45-degree angle and then scrape it. And I like to scrape it again to get some of that off. And then I am going to stamp it by going up. And do you see that? Oh my gosh, you see that? I love this part. That makes me so happy. And now I'm going to go to my smallest ones. I'm going to look straight down at it so I know where I'm stamping, because that's what I want to do. So I'm going to look where I want to stamp it, and I am going to roll it. They say roll it. I am going to put it down and then roll it. Oh my gosh. I love this part. Like, get me to the part where I'm stamping because it makes me so happy. Look at that. It's so cute. Now I have tried, because I still have stuff on my stamp where I see like their lips. Those are lips. Those are, yeah. I've tried to stamp again using for a second time, and it just fades it. So if you're making earrings, you don't want one really bold and one really faded. So you got to clean it off. And this is how I clean it off. There are other people that actually use lint rollers to clean it off. I just take my packing tape because I'm super obsessed with packing tape, and I will take it and just put it on my packing tape like I would clean my silicone molds, and I will take all of it off like so, and then I'm ready for the next one. So now I'm going to take my rubbing alcohol ink, and I'm going to wash it off real quick. I'm going to clean it off because I tried scraping it, and it just didn't work, and I didn't like it. So we're just going to scrape it all off and start over. And I'm going to do that again. Oh my gosh, look at that. Their lips. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel like a VeggieTale song. I love my lips. Okay, I'm so excited. Those lips look so cute. Now the next step I want to show you an ombre style, so that where you have 2 or 3 colors together and it makes this beautiful ombre. So I'm going to show you that next. Okay, I really like these hearts, so let's do an ombre. I'm going to do 3 colors for this small earrings, and then I'm going to just do 2 colors for this one, because I'll show you why after I do this. So let's do 3 colors. I want green, blue, and purple. I've been loving that combination with these colors, and so I'm going to do these 3 guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our blue one and put it just a dot. We just want a dot like that. And then I'm going to take our next color and put it in the middle. And they said, in the videos I watched, they said, don't touch the dots together yet. You want the dots to be separate until you mix them together. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do a green, and then I will do my purple dot like so, just like this. Yep. Okay. And now I'm going to use my scraper. And usually when you're scraping it, you do like 1 or 2 times. With an ombre, you do a couple times because you want the colors to blend beautifully. Okay, so we're going to go like this for the first one. Oh, look at that. And then just scrape a couple more times to make it, oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna take my stamp now, and I'm going to do the upward motion. And I am going to do that. Yes, 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 yes. The blue is not as bright, which is weird. Sometimes if you don't like the way it's stamped, just try again. And that's okay. Like I'm learning, we're just doing it as the best we can. But if I don't like the stamping, I don't want to put it on, okay? So I redid it and now we're going to go up with it, right? We're going to go up with the stamping. Yes, I do like that better. I do. Okay, so we're going to go, I'm going to look where I'm putting it. Yep, yep, yep. And I'm going to put it down on it. Oh, I love it. There's a little bit of purple. Not as much purple as I wanted. I got more green, but I do love it. I think it's really pretty. And then I'm going to do it again on the other one, and then we'll go the next step, okay? All right, this next technique. I want this cupcake because the cupcake is so cute on there. And I actually want to do blue, purple, blue, okay? So it's like the ombre, but I'm not using 3 colors. I'm just using 2. And I'm going to put my dots to the side. I really feel like my other scraper was so much better, and I don't know where it went. So it's not scraping as well as I like, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to do the best we can. Oops, I think I got those a little too big, but we're just going to do this. So now I'm going to scrape it and do just a couple times to get that ombre look. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I'm going to put it down where I want it. I want the cupcake in the center. So I am going to put it down like so. Yes, look at that. It's so cute. It's so cute. So I'm going to redo the colors and then put the next one on and we'll go the next step. I'm going to tell you, I'm really bummed by the quality. It really doesn't matter what scraper you use, and I didn't realize that until now. So I have this plastic scraper, but my other scraper, which came with a different kit, was so much better. Let me show you the difference. See, it's kind of like smudgy and not great, and then these came out so clear. It was like my scraper did such a good job that it's not doing the great job now. So this, look at those guys. They're so cute compared to those. Those are not great. It looks blurry, it doesn't look great, and it really has to do with the scraper I had. But what can you do? We're going to move on to our next step. We're actually going to cure them. We're going to put the lamp on them to make them harden just a bit, and then we'll put a clear coat on. Okay, let's put the clear coat on these. You're going to go around the edge, and then you can push in the middle. I know people do the opposite way, but I feel with these, it's better if I go around the edge because I want it to cover the whole thing. And then I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to move the clear around so that's covering everything. We want it to cover the whole stud. And then now we're just going to take our fire, because there are bubbles that came with a clear layer of resin, like so. Just going to pop those. Okay. And then we're going to cure it, and then we're going to turn them over and make them into studs. I'm so excited. So I do have a kit right here. This kit has like big sizes, little sizes for the back of the earrings, and then you can do metal backings or you can do plastic backings, and I love it. This is such a great kit. I highly recommend getting it. So let me just make these little guys into studs for you. So I'm going to get from here, and again, I can pick my sizes. I'm going to pick the smallest size. Like that. I'm gonna get my smallest size. I like the plastics, so we're gonna pull out the plastics. Okay, so the first thing I wanna do to make them into studs, I'm just gonna put a dot on the back, just a little dot. Try to do it in the middle. We want it centered. And then I'm going to take these guys and put it in the middle. Make sure they're in the middle. You can look straight down at them and see. And we're going to put them right in the middle. Like so. If they're not in the middle, this is a good time to move them and make sure they are. And then this is just the first step. So then we're going to cure it. And I like to put another layer on top around them because I just feel like it secures it better to the back end of it. So that's what we're going to do next after we cure this part. So now I want to go around the edge and just do a little loop around. And then I'll take my tool to make sure, oh, it's a little too much. So now I'm going to, I would hold the top, but I want you to see it. I'm going to spread it around the whole back end so that it is a layer, but it's also securing it to this back end, the earring, part is securing it to the bezel we just did, right? So I'm just going to move the resin around and try not to get it overflow. Try not to overflow it because then it'll go on your front side and it looks really bad. And we're going to cure it and then that will be it. And you've made a stud. You've made a stud. That's funny. That's funny right there. And then you made an earring. Oh my gosh. I love these so much. And that, my fellow jewelers, is how you make these cute stud earrings using a nail stamping technique.